It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at wideout A.J. Brown. He's coming off 106 yards a week ago. It's the Eagles and the Dolphins on Sunday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed...
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Well, hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now the 3rd-year man. Here's Kenneth Gainwell. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. This rushing attack sure looks pretty effective here on this opening drive.
Yeah, they're finding gaps with very little problem right now. If this is going to consistently be this way throughout the game, there's going to be some adjustments made on the defensive side of the ball.
On 1st down, Hurts looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. All the option left, it's Hurts. And not much running room. Down to the 32. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now the rookie 3rd-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Tua. Short throw hauled in by Croft. So the completion good for just 3. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. You look at this Eagle defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Looking to pass, Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Tua now on 1st down. He's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They push it back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. There he goes, right side. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, his first 2 carries in the ballgame.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. Hurts. That's complete. It's Okuroba now. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. Here's Hurts to throw. To the left side and intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Tua going to throw. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made at the 22. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Jordan Davis just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Throwing is Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Looking to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tua now on 1st down. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Eagles offense is going to take over late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Second down, here's Hurts. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the visiting Browns who were able to steal one on the road. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to him. Josh Allen, strong as ever, as his guys finished off the first half at 7-1.
And lastly, on Monday Night Football, our friend Alan Rhodes can't wait for this one. The Niners and Vikings from Minnesota at 8:15 Eastern Time.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Holding, receiving team.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty. It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense. And guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get heck of a tight end candidate.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa completes it to the tight end Smythe. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. 2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
Again, it's Achane. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Up the middle, Achane. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Escapes the sack. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Breaks through the contact. And now past another. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they're going to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots. And right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Again, it's Penny. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly 1st. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Penny, a 1st down carry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run for it with Penny, and he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Achane. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So part of the next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy, get what you can, and be prepared to kick the ball away.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it just outside the 40. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. They'll run for it with Achane. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 17-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 2 touchdowns. 1:04 on the clock. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Down to an knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.